What's up internet, this is Victor for PhoneArena with a review of the Nokia Asha 309, a simple and cheap feature phone that can easily act as a backup to your main device. But could you go on and actually use this feature phone in our age of Android and iPhones? Could you use it as your main device? Nokia bids farewell to the resistive and goes with a capacitive 3-inch display, and with a brand new swipe-based interface of the Series 40 platform, it tries its best. Still, it is obvious that Nokia is playing its last cards to keep the feature phone alive. In modern day reality, most affordable Android smartphones come at nearly the same price as the Asha, and that makes us wonder, can the Asha really pull it against them? And is it a good phone on its own? We'll start looking for answers to those questions right away. The Asha 309 is a compact little device with a fairly ordinary design. It is not too thick at 0.51 inches nor too heavy at 3.6 ounces, and it fits comfortably in the hand. It's plastic all over with a glossy removable back cover, described best by its slightly curvy shape and the two bulging out physical buttons on the front. It also comes with silver plating on the front edges. Conveniently housed on the right side are the clicky and easy to press volume rocker and lock key. Across on the left there is a micro SD card slot. The Asha 309 brings a 3-inch capacitive LCD multi-touch display with a resolution of 240 by 400 pixels, which makes navigating the phone easier than it was on previous Asha devices with resistive displays. Everything requires less effort. The resolution is fairly low with pixel density of around 155 ppi, and the screen reproduces only 65,000 colors. Viewing angles are fairly tight. Colors start fading out at even the slightest angle, and the same happens when you use the phone in direct sunlight. The device also lacks an ambient light sensor, and that means there is no automatic screen brightness adjustment, which is a downer. Being a feature phone, the Nokia Asha 211 is based on the Series 40 platform that recently got a refresh with swipe actions inspired by Amigo, an Android-like notification shade, and icon notifications similar to the ones in iOS. It's a welcome improvement that you'd appreciate from the get-go. Your missed messages and calls are visible straight from the lock screen, and you can swipe them to go to the application that issued them. You unlock the phone by swiping to either side. Then you arrive at a 3-panel home screen. One of the panels is an app drawer, then there is a panel that you can customize with shortcuts, and finally a dedicated panel for the dialer or music or radio. All throughout the interface you can swipe from top to bring the notification shade. There you can also find toggles for connectivity and quick access to your calls, messages and music. The Asha 309 comes with 128 megabytes of internal storage, but you can expand that with micro SD cards of up to 32 gigs. With the 3-inch capacitive screen and Wi-Fi connectivity, the Asha 309 has what it takes to connect to the internet. With Nokia Browser 2.0, you can browse around simpler pages easily. You zoom in with a single tap on the screen, and double tapping zooms back out. We manage opening even moderately heavy websites like ours, and that's a plus. Cellular connectivity is limited to 2G GPRS Edge though. The Asha 309 has no GPS chip, but it does include Nokia's Maps for Series 40 for your navigation and mapping needs, and having no GPS means that it uses information from your Wi-Fi network to determine your position, and while not as accurate as GPS, it does work when you need it. The Asha 309 comes with a very basic 2 megapixel fixed focus camera with no flash. It captures horrific photos. Colors are toned much warmer than they are in real life, and with a yellowish tint and a sore lack of details. They often turned out blurry too, and overall are a huge disappointment, even for the cheap price point. Video is of the abysmal QCIF resolution at 13 frames per second. You should only use it in life or death situations, and if it depended on the video, it'd be death, not life. The device has a decent music player, with the loudspeaker getting fairly loud. For music playback, the device will last you up to 54 hours, which is not bad at all. Playing back video on the tiny screen works only with low-res clips, and the video player lacks the option to fast forward or go back in videos, which makes it a pretty basic choice. The Asha 309 is a feature phone, which puts it an even bigger focus on call quality. When listening to our callers on the earpiece, we're pleasantly surprised by clean and natural sounding voices, but on the other end of the line, it is a slightly different story. The microphone on the device obviously lacks in quality, and our callers heard our voice muffled and a bit dull. Side noise, however, was nicely filtered out. A 1110 mAh battery would look like a joke inside a smartphone, but in the case of the Asha 309, it lasts a fairly long time. We could easily squeeze around 2 to 3 days out of it, more than smartphones, and that's a plus. Talk time on 2G networks is 17 hours. You can charge the phone via both micro USB and Nokia's proprietary 2mm connector. We do understand why Nokia is releasing the Asha 309 in this day and age. Windows Phone cannot match the low prices of the cheapest Androids, and Nokia is trying to hit price points just below the most affordable Droids. It is clear that a feature phone in today's market will have a single argument to make to its buyers: price. Selling for around $105 and $110, it is almost as affordable as the bottom low of the Android niche. The 2.8-inch Samsung Galaxy Pocket is sold for around $115, but it offers a full smartphone experience. And if you really want a similar 3-inch display, the Android running Galaxy Y is sold for slightly less, and the LG Optimus L3 is another alternative. The sad reality remains that there is a world of a difference between smartphones and feature phones, and only a tiny price gap. With Java frustration instead of real apps, dead ends instead of sharing options, Series 40, even with its new interface and on a capacitive display, just looks terribly dated. Thank you for watching this review, and you can check out PhoneArena.com for a more detailed look at the Asha 309. Thank you.